Alright, made it back up and back at the house. There's the trapdoor, just so you know where I'm digging this at. I figured that's low and I don't have to dig through an extra, whatever, 10 layers of dirt or stone or whatever. There's the nether portal just as reference, and I did put some stairs here. So a bunch of stuff going on, a few things to show and do. La la! Wait, ta-da! There we go. Yeah, so the wall was here, right next to these, and I broke that all out, moved it out, made an actual sort of roof that's not just a piece, just flat like that. I don't know. I think I kind of like it. Maybe I'll put some glass right up top, a little sunroof kind of thing. Oh, like I did in the other half. I don't know. But something a little bit nicer. And then I just kind of laid out some cobble to look at how big of a space I'm going to need and where things are going to go. So I can put the infusion enchanting stuff here with the pedestals around the edge like this. And then out here we'll go the warded jars and the tubes. Or actually I could do it without tubes if I do a decanting golem, and then you don't have to have, well, I mean the tubes each take one slot or one block worth. So basically if you do tubes you get half as many warded jars. So it depends on how many warded jars you want to have around the outside. Anyway, either way is fine. And then I figure over here we'll have the arcane workbench and the what's that thing called? The crucible and research table and all that kind of stuff. And that should be all cool. Okay, let's turn this on, get a little juice going in there. One thing with this is if you turn it on and it just doesn't have much power, you'll be able to do shift click on things that are, little stacks of ones and twos, but you won't be able to do full stacks right away because it takes a little bit of time to build up a little internal buffer, and a full stack takes more power than just a one or two, but it's not too big a deal. Okay, so let's see, we got some lead, some tin. This is just stuff I got from digging straight down there. And I was still finishing up the raspberry juice here. Got tons of raspberry juice. I guess that's it. Well, yep, put down the enchantment table and put level 1s on my iron. Yay, protection, protection, protection. I should have done that eons ago without the books and stuff, but yeah, we can do that. At any rate, the raspberry bushes used to be right here, and I cleared those out finally and actually planted them down by the farm. I'm not sure how much more raspberry juice we're going to be drinking, but thought, what the heck. All right. No, I hate to. Yeah, whatever. I'll do it. Hate to waste an entire bar on this, but I do. Oh wait, no, I'm not switching the part out there. I am here. Okay, two things. So this guy got leveled up, and it has luck / looting on it. That is pretty awesome. The other thing I want to do is get a piece of nether quartz. That's right, one piece. You can add, once you have modifiers available, and since I leveled up I have one modifier available, I can put nether quartz on this. Now you can put 120 apparently. Ooh, I think that's higher than normal. I think it's usually like 40 or 60. It must have increased that. And the more you put on it, the bigger boost it gets. But, oh, okay, they changed it. Yeah, on the other packs, if you just put one piece on, that very first piece gives you a bump, and I would have gone from 4 to 4.5. So, yeah, okay, that's really not helpful at this point. I'm not going to worry about that. What I am going to do, though, is repair up the pickaxe. It's nearly needing it. Oh, it does need it. Well, I'm going to have to give it 2 pieces, I guess. And I was going to switch the handle out. Not the handle. Well, I was going to do the binding, but actually I should do the handle, shouldn't I? Yeah, so these have stone bound on them, if you make it out of netherrack. And that makes it mine faster the more it's worn out. So if you keep it under about half, then you'll actually get a decent speed boost on your mining. Well, I already made the netherrack binding, but honestly the stone, or the handle, would give me a 1.2 modifier, where it's currently got a 1.0 from the wood, so yeah, let me do that. And I can use this shard that came off the other one, because it's a half material cost. Oh, hey! That's what I was looking for. Oh, well. So you can make this tool rod out of cactus, but you can't make the wide guard out of cactus. And cactus has jagged on it, so when it gets, if you make a tool with cactus on it, let me get out the materials book. If you make a tool with cactus on it, it will get the jagged? Yeah, jagged trait. So jagged, the tool attacks with more damage as it wears out, but mine's slower. But if you put it on a sword, you're not going to be mining, right? So more damage, that's a good idea, right? But they changed it so I can't make the wide guard. Well, okay, yeah, it's got a handle modifier 1.0, so that's not terrible. I mean, it's not like flint with a 0.5 or paper or something with less. So it's not going to screw up the durability too much, so yeah, I'll think about that. I'm not even sure I have any cactus yet, do I? I don't think so. But anyway, I was just trying to think about upgrades and what we could do here. And yeah, so let's do this one. We're going to take that one, we're going to add a netherrack tool rod, and it should give us a little more durability because of the 1.2 modifier, and should give us stone bound. So we're going to go from reinforced to reinforced and stone bound. And the XP says 142%, but I don't. That's goofy. That's not right. Yeah, 142. So if that were the truth, when I mine one block, it should level up, but it doesn't. Yeah. So I don't know. That calculation's a little screwy, but anyway. Okay. Next thing, we gotta go get our thermometer done. Now, honestly, I've done Thaumcraft for about three and a half times now. So, yeah, I did all of the research once. Well, almost all of the research twice. And the research is sort of interesting. The first, it's frustrating and challenging the first time. And then it's kind of interesting the second time. And then it's like, why am I doing this the third time? But I figure for this one, you know, I should do it the right way. And I have no idea why I did it all that way, because I can just shift click it and we're done. Silly. So this is one of the few things that you can make in just a regular old crafting table. And if you haven't seen this before, this lets you scan items in the world and see what they're made out of. Now when you start out, there's a lot of things you can't understand, because right now all I know is the 6 basic primals. Where's my book? I suppose it's in the system. Yeah, alright. So there's much better how-tos and walkthroughs and mod spotlights on Thaumcraft than I'm going to do here, but I'll just talk about some of the real basic stuff. Okay, so aspects of magic. This fills in as you learn more stuff. All these ones with a circle around them are the primals. So you start out with 6 primals. Here's 4, and there's the other 2. So earth, air, fire, water, chaos, and order. And as you scan other things, you get to learn higher combined aspects of whatever. So, for instance, if you combine air and fire, you get light, which you can learn from here. I do torch. On the lower right corner, you see, yep, I just discovered Lux. And then if I go back into the thermometer, it says, hey, there's something new. It's all pretty and sparkly. And we go over here and say, oh, look, I got lux. I have 2 research points. And that is air and fire. Cool. But there's tons of things you won't understand yet. So if I try to scan the grass, I don't understand that. I'm pretty sure I won't understand a chest. I definitely won't understand a hopper or that. So I won't spoil it all because, okay, so there's Saxum. That's stone. I forget what exactly aspects that is. But yeah, doors, pressure plates, not going to get any of that. Wood even has like some life and stuff in it, and you don't understand the aspects for life at this point. So it can be pretty frustrating the first time trying to get all the basics down. But once you do, it's pretty cool. It's pretty rewarding. So let me, if I can remember a couple of them. I think one of the early ones, I don't know if I can get it right off the bat. One of the early ones is void, and you can get some void out of bowls. Oh, okay, Mr. Luggage, you're gonna have to go away for a bit. Yeah, so basically, to start out in Thaumcraft, you just go around and you scan everything. Okay, I got it. So vacuous or void, and if we go back and look in the Thaumonomicon, here we go, air and perdido. So there's stuff like this, right? I can't understand, let's say, a chest until I know void and something else. Now can I get the chest? No, so I'm still missing something. So chests have void and arbor, I think, and I probably don't have the stuff required to get arbor yet, so I can't learn it. But if you know the 2 pieces that make it up, then when you scan something with the next tier, you will get the next tier automatically, right? So when I scanned the bowl to get vacuous, I already knew air and perdido, because those are 2 base ones. You always know those as soon as you start. So I didn't have to go research these and combine them, which is another thing you can do. When I scanned the bowl, I got vacuous, and now I understand vacuous. So if I later find something that has vacuous and something else in it, then I'll be able to understand that now. Yeah, and another thing is when you go from one mod to another, a lot of mods do have stuff linked into Thaumcraft, but not all of them. So sometimes you'll just get this, nothing can be learned from this thing, and it basically just means the Thaumcraft mod doesn't know what that is, or hasn't been programmed to have, what aspects that thing should have in it. So yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to start scanning all the things, and since I've done this a couple times already and written down some stuff, I will pull up my old sheet and see kind of what the basic ones are. I mean, the simplest thing is just go around and try to scan everything, but I think you'll find pretty quickly that you're going to find a bunch of stuff you can't scan, and sometimes it gets a little frustrating, I think. You know what? There's 2 other things. Let's make like one other thing here, and it's basically tables. Where's my tables? Here they are. So we're going to want 3 of these guys. 1, 2, 3. And one of them we need to turn into a writing desk, which takes a scribing tool, not an infuse scribing tool? Oh, Thaumic Tinker. So that's an add-on. That adds a whole ton of other stuff. Here we go, scribing tool. So we're going to want one of these. We can do it with a glass bottle. Don't have any glass bottles. Okay. No worries. We'll make up a couple of glass bottles here. And make the scribing tools. And there we go. So, with these guys, let's see. Where do we want to put this? Probably put the arcane workbench over here on the right. Maybe, yeah, I'll put them all right here. Then I'll have a nice view outside while I'm working on them. Doesn't really matter where, just kind of whatever you decide you want. So if I right click this with the scribing tools, if you do it on the left block, this will end up in the back left corner. If you do it on the right block, it ends up here and looks a little goofy. Anyway, there we go. There's the research table. This again shows you all the different aspects that you know, and you can do that one thing where you do, let's say, air and fire, and let's just clear any eye so we can see this corner down here, and this lights up and I can combine those, and there we go, I got a point for lux. That's a way you can discover other things, is by just randomly picking stuff and trying to combine them together. I think this is one. Water and earth. Is that life? Yeah. So there you go. So there's life. Freebie for you. And that will help me be able to understand other stuff. Now this one, oh, I need an iron capped wand. So this is all in the Thaumcraft, of course, but if I do, let's see, I need 10 of these. And I guess I should have kept those anyway. Oh, I already had some. Yeah, whatever. Or no, 18, yeah. So if you just do like so, you get iron caps. And again, you can find all this in the Thaumcraft. If you're just starting with Thaumcraft, just sit down and read that for a little while, seriously. I know reading and all that in a game, but it's really pretty cool, all the stuff it does. So anyway, we get our wand, we right click this, and bam, it turns it into an arcane work table. And our wand goes in it, and now we can make arcane stuff, sorta, but more on that later. We need to go find some aura nodes, which, like I said, always one more thing, right? There is an aura node right in the middle of our farm. So let's take a quick look at that, and that'll be a really good start / intro to Thaumcraft. So we walk up to this and we go, oh, can't really see it, what's going on, but you know, I can see on Wayla, it says it's a Thaumcraft aura node. So what you want to do is get out your thermometer, and bam, now I can see it. And you can see him for quite a ways away, and you can see him through the ground. So if you're running around and looking for him, you'll be able to see him through trees and through ground and all sorts of stuff. So just right click on it to scan it, and we have a Chaos Earth 3838 node, which is just cool to have right outside. Now if we right click on this, we will drain these guys some. Yeah, okay, I can barely see it. Let me try to reposition. So you see the one thing in the upper left corner, and it's got 16 chaos in it now and 8 earth. It's a little hard to see it with the GUI scale like this, but it's doing it. And as you probably already know, okay, so that's all I can hold is 25 of each here. As you probably already know, with the iron wand you can completely drain these. And if you completely drain them, they may not come back, and I think they may also morph the node and possibly make it an evil node of some kind. And there are some really evil nodes, so just be really careful of that when you're draining aura nodes early on. Yeah. So I think that's a good start on the Thaumcraft room. I got lots of research, lots of scanning. Got to go looking around for some aura nodes so I can charge up the wand and do some of the basic stuff. But there we go. That is the new addition to the house, and we'll be filling in all sorts of good Thaumcrafty stuff over here, and eventually get the lamp, the Thaumcraft lamps, which are much more efficient. I can put them on the roof or ceiling, I mean, kind of like a chandelier, etc., and get rid of all these darn torches that are sitting all over my house right now. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good intro to where we're heading with Thaumcraft, and I'm really glad I finally got that air shard so we can get this kicked off and start getting some of the good stuff out of one of my favorite mods, Thaumcraft. Alright, gonna have to go check the timing on this, but either I'll see you back here in a minute or I'll see you next episode. Either way, thanks for watching, and we'll be back. Alright, so looks like we've got just a few more minutes here. Did a bit of exploring and a little mining and other stuff off camera. Got a few things set up. First of all, I found eucalyptus and maple trees. Ooh, that is really pink. Yeah. Okay. So not loving that. This is not bad. I don't know. I just brought these home. I got a couple saplings so I can get more of it, and it's just kind of looking. Maybe I'll do a maple floor here, or maybe I'll explore a bit more and try to find some others. But boy, that eucalyptus is a little overkill there. All right, so let's throw that in here. Yeah, you know what? I'll just throw it all in there for the moment. Another thing I wanted to do quickly is upgrade this power cell. What is it called? Energy cell. So shift right click that. It keeps its the amount of power it had in it. So you can see it's still got the 39K in it. And I believe it's just like so. Right. So we go from a leadstone to a hardened energy cell with 4 Invar ingots, and that gives us a 5x improvement, I guess. 40,000 to, there's too many zeros there, 2 million, right? Yeah, I think it's a 5x improvement. At any rate, one of the things I've been noticing, well, again, I'm just trying to run very little power through here right now, and if I have a bigger battery, I can just stick, you know, a good stack of coal or whatever in there, and let this charge up fully, and then I don't have to worry about the engine for a while until this starts running out. So it should keep, let's see, it's got an output to the top, which is that one, and an output to the right, which is the leadstone. So yeah, it keeps its configuration. Alright, the other thing I wanted to show is I got this pickaxe, new pickaxe, down to 1 durability. So, oh, 0 durability. That's right, I did. I hit one more thing. It doesn't actually say it's broken yet, so I guess it can still hit one more thing. At any rate, so 0 of 660. It has a stone bound on it. Where do we see it? There it is, stone bound. And you can see the bonus, 1.4. So its mining speed went from 8 to 9.4. So not super useful, but it's something, I guess. What I thought I would do is, yeah, it's going to be just below. Alright. So I'm not going to do it right now, but what I'm going to do is bring this with me. This also has stone bound on it. So I believe if I add that stone bound, add that to it, well, once it's fully repaired, then the stone bound will stack and hopefully it will actually mine a little bit faster. But I'm not going to waste a whole another ingot for 3% durability here. I'll wait and put that on a little bit later. So yeah, I think that was the short list. Oh, I just made it, but I am getting a lot more eggs now, just kind of letting them hang out here. The chicken's out there, and I'm getting, you know, 2 or 3 stacks of eggs every time I go out now. So I'm just have to give them a little time, and they get their thing done. And then yeah, last thing, I got really lucky, I think, with some good Thaumcraft aura nodes. I didn't mark the one right in front of the house. I guess I should. But this is my nodes group on the Opus mini-map, and we can see here I've got fire and water and order and earth, and the only issue I had is there's only the air. This is the only air I found near-ish the house, like that'll be in the loaded chunks area some of the time, at least. I guess when I'm out here in the farm and stuff, it'll load up. So that one's not going to recharge as fast as these others, but there's a bunch of others that are all in the loaded chunks area and are going to come back nice and quick for us while we're doing other things. There's also a decent air one way up here, and sooner or later we'll be able to move those around. So air is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but everything else, I mean, just there's a water, fire, order, and earth. It's only a size 21, but still, that's a lot of different things all in one. So I think that's it for now. Yeah, that'll be pretty much an episode, and then we'll come back next time and make some more progress here on the Thaumcraft. and I think I'll probably do a little bit of research on camera, kind of show how that works for anybody who may not have seen it. But really scanning stuff and doing the research and all that's kind of the fun of Thaumcraft when you start out on it, is trying to learn how this all comes together. And I don't want to spoil it all completely, so I will show a little bit, but I'm not going to go through too much of that on camera. There are, I think, other channels that have a lot of that stuff on camera if you want to really see all the details about how to do it. So I will do a little bit on camera, but not a ton. Alright, so let's call that an episode, and we'll see you back next time. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.